Welcome to Velocity Podcast. This episode's a lot different than every other podcast. I go on location to have another with Expo. My friend Nick has a show that highlights whiskey, all things whiskey. So I hope you enjoy this episode. We kind of did it together, and like I said, it's a lot different than what I normally do, but still there are some good marketing points. So enjoy.
Hey, it's Whiskey Wednesday. We've got help here.
Yes, we do.
Say hi.
Hi, my name is Sherri Barna, and I'm starting to really love whiskey. So I thought, you know what? Why not try from like our local expert? And look at this.
I'm calling a little bit of bullshit on the expert part, but hey, it's not so much a collection as a selection. I'll take it. We'll have some fun with it. Let's make sure the mic's on so we're smart. Yep, green light, and drop it. Thanks. That's how we do on Have Another with Expo. We drop stuff. It's good times. So, Sherri, we're not going to pour you any sherry right now.
No, good. I've actually never had that. So
I have some.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
strike me as good. So.
I think it's for mixing into things. I could be wrong.
Yeah, probably.
It might say cooking sherry. Who's to say? We're going to start off with a little bit of bourbon. Now, you brought a Long Branch.
This is my very favorite.
This is your very favorite.
Very favorite.
It's a Wild Turkey product.
Yeah.
It used to be a collab with Eddie Russell and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
McConaughey has...
Since left the building.
All right. But we're going to...
Oh, you don't want it? Okay.
Well, we're not going to try that right this
Not
second.
good enough for you?
It's very good. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's one of your favorites.
Yeah.
We're going to put you on something that's very similar to that.
Okay.
So we've got
Perfect.
something to sip on
All right.
while we're making a few cocktails.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to... Where are we going to go with this first? Same family. Very same family.
Ooh, wild turkey. Okay. Sticking.
It's still a wild turkey.
Yeah.
We're going to stick with wild turkey for you. Very little taste. This is going to get you kind of primed up.
Okay.
It's Wild Turkey 101. It's a step up from the regular wild turkey. Obviously 101 proof.
Yep.
No one's pulling a muscle on these names.
Yep.
Give that a sniff.
All right.
Might not be the best one to start off on tasting, but here we are. It's going to have some very familiar wild turkey notes to it.
Mhm.
A little bit more burn because, again, it's a little bit higher proof.
Yeah, a little burny, yeah, but same, very similar. I don't know. Would I be able to tell the difference between the two? I don't know.
We can find out. We can find out. Anyway, there's that. That's a step down. Long Branch, you're looking at about $60 a bottle, give or take. 56, I think,
yeah.
what normally MSRP is for. 101, you're looking into the 30s,
Okay.
right? So again, it's something there. It's in the same vein of what you like, but it's not gonna break the bank. So maybe you're not wanting a special occasion, but you still want to have a little bit of whiskey at home.
Yeah.
You're not blowing out the budget for Long Branch or Woodford.
This is for the people who don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Not so much when you don't know what's going on,
Here's
but
my
you're there
101
and you maybe want to share it with someone and you're having a good time with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Delicious.
It's tasty. It's there. Next up on the level, it's where'd it go? I'm wondering what the next level actually is on this one because there's two. So we've got two more Wild Turkey products I want to break out. So Russell's Reserve.
Well, that's wild turkey.
That Eddie Russell. That's
Oh, no,
Russell
okay.
is
Yeah,
the
partner.
distiller, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I did not know that.
Eddie and I forget the other. Well, feeling really good. Jimmy. There we go.
Jimmy.
They're on the bottle
Yeah.
sometimes. Eddie and Jimmy Russell were the master distillers for Wild Turkey. Still are. So I forget how that works out.
Okay.
One of them's a son. I don't remember which one's which.
Yeah.
I want to say Eddie's the son, Jimmy's the dad.
Couldn't even tell you.
Couldn't. No. I'm
Doesn't matter.
spitballing here. We're throwing off
No
each
one's
other a
gonna
little
don't
bit.
fact check us.
Get in the comments. We have Wild Turkey Rare Breed, which is supposed to be a little bit of a step up from 101 Long Branch,
Okay.
that sort of thing. And Russell's Reserve Barrel Select. Again, same kind of thing. This one's a single barrel.
Yeah.
This one's only a 9-year. I have the
Okay.
10-year as well. I don't like it as much,
Okay.
personally. Can't tell by how much it's gone.
I was going to say, why is this one filled in?
I've been saving it. And also, it's much newer.
Okay.
For me, anyway. So it's a little bit less aged. For whatever reason, I just like it a little more. It's also a little stronger. This one's 110 proof. That answers that question nice and easy. We're going to save that one for later. We're going to go with also barrel proof, 58.4. I take it back. We're doing this one first.
Alrighty.
Starting with the Russells. Get you a proper tasting here.
Thanks.
Go ahead and give it a sniff.
Oh, yeah, it's like sweeter.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you.
Oh, I'm going to be a degenerate and put it in the same glass. So
Oh, wow. You're one of those.
one of those, she says. High school all over again.
I do like that. It's less
Yeah.
burny.
It's a little. It's higher proof. It's less burny. It's a little more smooth.
Okay.
Again, 101 is gonna. It's there for being a bourbon. It's a good mixer. It's a good. It's not a bad sipper, but it's a better mixer.
Yeah.
Right. So it's there just to kind of show you it's there in a cocktail.
Yeah, I like it. So you're gonna get this here?
You can
special?
Get any of these ones. This one you might be able to find it. It might show up in a whiskey drop at the LCBO. I got that one in Calgary.
Okay.
I was out there for the Stampeders and Ticats this year.
Yeah.
And that's tasty. And I knew I already liked the Wild Turkey product. I knew I liked Russell's a little bit, so that was kind of where I went with that.
Buy.
It was an easy buy. It was not an easy buy. They had way too many whiskeys there, and I was sitting there going, I only have so much room in the luggage.
Yeah.
It's within country, so I don't need to worry about customs. But
wait, you have to worry about that.
Pretty much. That's how it kind of went down. So that was where I strayed into with that, and I'm really glad I did. I was kind of having a little bit of buyer's remorse coming out of the store.
Yeah.
And then once we got out, I was very happy about it.
So what's your favorite overall brand?
I'm more of a Buffalo Trace guy.
Okay.
It's a little bit sweeter. Again, Blanton's. Really cool bottle. Hard to find. Gorgeous bottle, though. Look at that thing. Looks like a potion. Got a little horsey on top. It's delightful. Anytime I have a chance to grab some of that, I do.
Yeah. And do you mix it? Is that a mixer, or are you like?
That's not a mixer for me.
That's just a nice sipper.
I will just sip that one. Okay. I have made an old fashioned or two with it, just to piss off the internet mostly.
All right.
But that's not so much where I want to go with that one. That one, it's nice, it's mellow, it's everything I want a bourbon to be.
Yeah.
It's got those caramel. It's got that nice smoke. It's what I think of when I think of a bourbon. We're doing some really light pours here because again, it's fucking Wednesday.
Is this a light pour?
That's a light pour. That is a light pour.
Wednesday.
That is it's a heavy pour for a Wednesday. It's a light pour.
It smells lighter.
Typically, you should be pouring to about here, right?
Okay.
Like Karen, right? Get to the middle of the bulb.
All right, cheers.
A little more burn to it.
Yeah,
probably a little bit more
lighter at the same time.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Daintier, I'd say. Yeah. Which is so weird because again, you feel it right up here, but it's also just kind of smooth going down.
Yeah. Interesting. I like that.
So that's rare breed. It's one of the harder ones to find, but it's still available at the LCBO a lot. Mm-hmm. Find this one pretty easily. I think it's only a couple bucks more than Long Branch. Not by much, like $3-4. Nothing too crazy. It's just a matter of being able to find it.
So Wild Turkey might be my favorite brand. The only time I've ever had like a whiskey tasting was Jim Beam.
Okay.
Which their Jim Beam honey is really good. Have you ever had it?
I have.
Yeah. Do you like the mixes or?
I don't mind them. They serve a purpose. We've got a couple of drinks lined up actually that are going to use some.
Oh really?
So
yeah. I've only had it like straight, like on
not some of that, but like other flavored whiskeys, right? The only downside is they start getting really low in proof. Most of them are still 35.
Yeah.
So they're not really whiskey anymore so much as they are flavored whiskeys.
Okay.
As opposed to
like what Starbucks is to coffee.
Well, I'd say what bottled Starbucks is to coffee.
Okay.
Okay. So we're more in that range there. So I'm going to keep sipping on this because it's delightful. But we're going to start making you a couple of whiskey drinks. Mm-hmm. I think it makes the most sense to start off with the first whiskey drink. It's an old fashioned.
That's my go-to.
That's your go-to?
If I'm at like sociable makes a good old fashioned. There's a few places that make a good old fashioned.
So how do you like your old fashions? What style are you liking your old fashions?
Well, just whiskey. So I couldn't even tell you what kind of whiskey people put in them. But
we're gonna go very basic.
An orange slice. I love an orange slice, and then just the bitters.
Okay,
right?
Perfect.
It's just isn't that all it is?
You're missing sugar, but yeah.
Oh,
we're right there otherwise. So let's grab ourselves a murder glass. We're gonna build this. We're gonna build this in the stirring glass. Why not? Grab some ice. You want to pass me that bucket? Thank you. A little bit of hand-flavored ice. Hope you're okay with that. Give you a gorgeous ice ball in there.
I love the ice balls.
Aren't they great?
Yes.
So we're going to measure this out like smart people. Where is that thing? Jigger. What do we want to do? Let's go with a bit of a sweeter old-fashioned for you. Start some Buffalo Trace.
Alrighty. Actually, I know what I use. Maker's Mark is always on the menu. It feels like when you're at restaurants.
I'm not a huge Maker's guy.
Okay, I've only had it at a restaurant. Like I have never bought it and like sipped it plain.
I love a cocktail with Maker's. I'm not a huge Maker's guy. All so we're gonna pop in. We're just gonna go an ounce and a half here because we've got a few drinks on the menu here.
Yeah, good choice.
And it's a Wednesday. We're not trying to die today. I still have to go for pizza later. Simple. Whew, spilling stuff. Sticky bottom. So I make a rich simple.
Okay.
Usually I go about a quarter ounce. We're going to go a little bit less because it's a smaller drink.
Mm-hmm.
So a rich simple just means it's about 2 to 1.
Okay.
And it goes. I usually do 2 dashes of bitters, 1 Ango, 1 orange.
Sure.
I don't know what you like.
Don't know what they do.
You don't know
I've never actually made my own.
Don't ask me all the instructions, Nick. We're just doing stuff.
Like, come on, I just order it. It comes to my table.
There we go. Had a little bit of a blockage on the Ango. All right, Ango, come on, Gnome. Don't be stingy with the orange. There we go. I usually do 1 Ango, 1 orange.
Alrighty.
Just to kind of keep it consistent. Grab our spoon. Give it a stir. This ice is starting to melt a little bit precipitously, so this is going to be a nice and weak old-fashioned for you. It'll still have that lovely whiskey flavor. But it'll be mostly candy.
Cocktail, all-time favorite.
My all-time favorite cocktail is the one I'm feeling at that moment.
Oh, yeah? You're not like, oh, man, I could...
Love an old-fashioned. Okay. Strain that in. I love an old-fashioned. I had an amazing cocktail in Kitchener the other day. Mm-hmm. We were at a friend's birthday, and it was a place called TWH, I believe. It's below a hotel. I forgot the name of the hotel. Right downtown Kitchener. It's right in the Christmas market. There you go. There's an old-fashioned for you.
Heavy glass.
That's why I call it the murder glass. It's got that nice heavy bottom. You can really give a good cunk to somebody. Pour this ice in the sink.
Yep, amazing. That's the old-fashioned I like.
There's an old-fashioned for you. So that differs a little bit from what my buddy likes, which is a Wisconsin old-fashioned.
What's that?
It's gross. It's supposed to be cognac instead of bourbon. You can use bourbon still. You muddle in a cherry and an orange slice, a full orange slice, not a peel.
Cherry, no. I'm not a cherry person.
Yeah, I am, but not in this case. And then you top it off with 7-Up.
I have watched you make some different variations, like when I watch your YouTube channel.
Aww,
and biggest fan. And I'm just like, wow, why are you changing a good thing?
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Exactly. I like mixing around a little bit. We mess with it sometimes. One thing we can do here. Want to try to mess with it? You said you just picked it up for your husband. Back it out in the things later. Oh, no.
Okay, the burning isn't messing with it. It's elevating it.
It is.
Okay, adding cherry, adding 7-Up, that's messing.
That is mess. That's
definitely a difference.
It's very much a different cocktail.
Yeah.
If you are in the Midwest, that is what people will call an old-fashioned, and they are lying to you. So why don't we try smoking this thing a little bit and see if that brings out anything. I'm going to use a little bit of cherry wood, even though you said you're not a cherry person.
All right.
Come on, ice. Play along. Close enough.
That's awesome.
A little bit of smoke. Get that nice and seasoned up for you. Cap it off. We'll just let it infuse in the glass a little bit.
Do you usually let it infuse, or do you usually do the glass first and then?
It depends on the drink I'm making.
Okay.
So we've got another variation we'll try out that'll be kind of similar that way.
That smells good.
Where you do smoke the glass a little. All right, that's been in there.
Try it again.
Give her a go. I'll try not to set fire to the basement. Cool. Isn't it? Isn't it smart doing this right next to the fire alarm too? Super smart. This guy.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, It does things to it. Yeah. Gonna go back to my regular whiskey.
Very nice. I love it.
Tasty. Delicious. So that is your standard old-fashioned. No, that's your standard old-fashioned. At least for me, that's my standard anyway. That's the every Whiskey Wednesday. Every time I try out a new whiskey, that's the recipe I'll use for a new Will It Old-Fashioned at the end of the show. Will It Old-Fashioned. Holy shit, it did! Because you're just adding sugar to it.
Yeah.
You're adding sugar and bitters, and it's ridiculous how much that's mostly whiskey. And tastes so much different.
So good though.
And it's so much different.
Yeah, like this is very different.
For this much sugar,
and
a couple of dashes of bitters, and it's so much different. I like whiskey already, and those are ridiculously good.
All right, so what made you decide to jump on like a camera, which people usually hate?
I was bored.
Was it during COVID? Like that's when a lot of ideas were born? Or
I mean, kind of.
It
It was actually about a year ago.
Okay.
I'd done a couple of just like stupid little drink videos of, hey, here's a challenge that someone said, and it's stupid, and I don't believe it, so I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
And then I just sent it to my friends. But it actually just came up on my Facebook memories the other day. One of the first videos I posted. So it's been about a year.
That's awesome.
I had just got this for a ugly Christmas sweater party.
Which, by the way, is not long pants, it's shorts. I was surprised. A little trick behind the camera.
Here we are.
Because I've wondered how you're not dying of heat.
I am dying of heat.
Okay. When I watch you, I'm like, how is he not dying? But
I also have a shirt that does the same thing for the summer. Because this is too hot, man. Yeah. If it's not like almost freezing, I'm dying. I'm dying now. I put this on because you were here.
Well, it's all good.
You're getting the full experience.
Good. I was hoping for the full experience.
You're getting the full experience. I've got another onesie since. But usually it's either this in the winter, dead of winter, or it's a plaid shirt with a hood that I have.
Okay.
That another team will find. Good times, because cheap stuff. I like cheap stuff, and it seems to work. Just wash it before you wear it. Don't trust it.
Look for little hidden messages on the tags.
I was more worried about the stuff that comes in the boxes. Get that over to Magnet Old for a minute. Oh, next up. That's pretty all right?
I love it. Yeah.
You love it? We're gonna step that up just a notch.
Okay, I will say I only stick to 2 whiskey drinks.
2 whiskey drinks?
2, a sour and an old fashioned. So this I've never had anything else.
All right,
so
well this is another old fashioned.
Oh, okay.
This is an old fashioned I created.
Ooh.
I'm sure other people have done it too. It's my French toast old fashioned.
Oh, I love French toast.
Okay, we're gonna get there then. We need a cinnamon stick. Just messing around, a buddy of mine brought over some home prepared maple syrup is how we're going to call it. And he thought, I had just got the smoker, and I thought, let's mess around and make a couple drinks here. So this is my French toast old fashioned, and hopefully I have all the things. I think I do. We're going to find out. First off, we need some spritzer. Nope. Triple sec. So, bought a bunch of these on Amazon because it was cheaper to buy 20 than it was to buy 2.
Yep.
A little bit of triple sec. Triple sec from Men's Distillery here in downtown, in the heart of Brantford. Coat the glass that way just so the smoke has something to attach to.
Okay.
We're going to destroy my little cutting board here. Flame's not here. It's right here. I've already been using it. Smoke up the cinnamon a little bit. Toast that up. Have it expand just a touch. Get her a little on fire if you can.
Cool.
Close it in. The smoke's going to have somewhere to go.
Have you been to the Underwing in Cambridge at the Gaslight District?
I have not. That sounds fun.
They have amazing cocktails, and they have like all this kind of stuff. Like they smoke the glass, and then they have something that goes over the glass. So when they open it for you, it's smoky and awesome.
Love that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so cool.
Mans does some good stuff that way.
Have you done a cocktail class? Oh yeah. I saw you there.
Yep.
Yeah, I love. That's when I was like, I love fire.
Yep.
Okay, well, I already knew that, but I was like, fire and drinking. This is dangerous.
I'm the one that got suspended for lighting a match in high school. Cool, fun. Thanks for coming.
Mine was all uniform violations.
Yeah.
So
sure, buddy. So we've got that nice and smoked up.
Very cool.
Got her in. I'm going a little bit by the seat of my pants here. Bourbon. We're gonna go.
Oh, sounds good
because it's right here.
Already.
We're gonna build this right in glass. 2 ounces of bourbon. And I don't think we're gonna go the full 2 ounces because
no need.
We gotta do stuff today.
Well, I was gonna go back to the office, but now
I don't think you are, buddy. I'm gonna tell you this. 2 bar spoons of maple syrup. Now, normally I'd be using some of Ian's stash, but it has since dissipated, so I gotta wait till February for more of that. In that goes. Grab an ice ball. Pop that in. 2 dashes of orange bitters. Just sticking with orange on this one. Because again, French toast, orange liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
Got the cinnamon. We've got the maple. What's left?
Sugar? No.
Sugar's already in there with the syrup. A little bit of nutmeg.
Ooh.
Normally I just sprinkle some on there. But I'm fancy and I've got fresh stuff right now.
That's amazing.
But not so fancy that I can find my microplane.
Okay.
So we're using
A grater.
cheese grater.
Very fancy.
Pop that over. Give her a go.
Okay. Oh man, that smells already amazing.
Oh wait.
Oh.
We forgot a thing.
I don't even know if it needs it.
No nosing on that one. Then. It doesn't need it.
Like Christmas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like a Christmas.
delightful.
Yeah, a Christmas delight.
It's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. That's really good. Syrup instead of simple syrup.
So that's an
so
old
simple.
Yeah, that's an old switch. That's nothing too crazy. It's something people have around usually.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you can use. This is a nice, easy drink. The only thing fun about it is
Fire.
So we got that there. What do you think?
I like it.
You like it?
You
Is it
know
a little
what?
upgraded?
I think I do like it more than the original. I have to say. But do they have this anywhere? Or am I just going to be like always unhappy now?
I mean, you can just ask people.
Yeah, I'll be like, do you have syrup instead, or bring my own?
Do that. My dad has a friend. He brings his own malt vinegar everywhere he goes because
really?
they never give him enough.
Okay, there you
go. His fries are swimming. He calls it tubby time. It's awful.
Mm.
It's disturbing and degenerate. It's not fun.
That's really good.
That's good. You're loving that? All right.
What was the whiskey?
The whiskey on that one was bullet bourbon.
Okay, just your plain old. I've seen that in LCBO.
Nice and easy. It's in every bar you can think of. Usually, don't go to many places.
Oh, I'll tell you my favorite. Speaking of like smoking and
Go
stuff,
for it.
so I love cigars, and there is a cigar Delmore.
Yes.
Have you ever had it?
I have not.
That's hard to find. I should have brought that for you. Okay, if we do part 2, I'm gonna make you some
I'm in.
drinks,
We're down.
and I'm gonna bring a cigar. Don't mind.
We might have to do it on the porch.
Yeah, I'll do it in the summer.
It's cool. No, we got a heater on the porch.
All right, there we go.
We're laughing. We're laughing there. All right. So that's my take on an old fashioned. Next up, we've got an improved whiskey cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Similar kind of vibe. It's just the next step up from an old fashioned.
All right.
An old fashioned wasn't even really a drink so much. It was just you'd go in, you'd order booze, and you'd try to hide it a little bit because it was Prohibition era.
Yeah.
Give me one in the old fashioned way. Mix some sugar cube in there.
Okay, I have
bitters.
a question about the old fashioned.
Go for it.
Is it the literal first cocktail ever made?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's
so
a way of cocktailing, right? Like
okay.
That's the way. Like the legend is that like the Sazerac is the first cocktail ever made. It's not. It's very much not. It's made well and after. An old fashioned is more a way of making a cocktail, so much more than a cocktail, right? So this is a bourbon old fashioned. Typically, you'd have this even with like an ancient style gin called a Genever.
Okay.
Right?
I'm not a gin person. No.
I never was before either. One of the next, you're coming back. We're gonna do other things.
Oh, gosh.
I've got.
You're gonna see like my face won't hide it. My face will be like, gah!
Oh no!
Gin is horrible.
Oh no! This one, I'll give you the hint on it. I've made it before. It tastes. Do you remember old office Christmas parties? You go to like your dad's Christmas party or something, and
oh, the smell.
No, not so much. Not the gin, and then it'd be for kids, and the cooler would come up from McDonald's.
Mm.
Remember that?
Mm-mm.
Remember the McDonald's orange drink?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tastes like that.
Oh, that's.
I got a little drunk and made something.
A little.
And that happened.
Okay.
Ended up on the recipe book
what do you
over
call
man's. It's I suppose McDonald's drink.
There you go.
It's delightful.
Sweet.
Anyway, we're gonna take it up a little notch. We're gonna do an improved whiskey cocktail.
All
right. Recipe's right there, so I'm gonna start looking down a little bit. This one calls for rye.
Okay.
We're gonna grab some
Rye
rye.
is not my favorite. It's my least favorite.
It's your least favorite?
Of the whiskeys.
Give this a little sniffle. It's a bit of a better tasting rye.
Yeah, that doesn't smell too bad. I should say also I only know Canada.
So you're thinking of blended Canadian whiskey mostly. You're thinking Canada or Canadian Club or
Canadian Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Canadian Club, Wiser's, Crown, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
so not really,
rye.
Okay, so I'm like
It's rye forward, but it's
rye.
technically rye whiskey.
Okay.
It's mostly rye whiskey, but it's typically a rye forward whiskey.
Right.
Whereas this is a rye. It's straight rye whiskey, bottled in bond, 100 proof. That's one of the stipulations of being bottled in bond. Bottled in bond is essentially just a way of the whiskey producers back in the day cracking down on bootleggers and moonshiners.
So have you been like down south to whiskey?
I wish.
No.
Every time I've tried, something crazy has gone on. So
I was in Nashville and I wanted to go to the Jack Daniels. I heard underground they have like, I don't even know, like 100 feet and like acres and acres and acres of just whiskey barrels.
So this is Rittenhouse rye. It's very different. Jack Daniels
I'm not a
is
Jack
more
person.
of a bourbon. Yeah, I'm not
Have you
either.
had the blue?
I have.
Okay, so
It's all right,
everyone's
like
like, oh, the blue,
Sinatra?
the blue. I don't know.
It's the
And they're
Sinatra
like, this
Select.
is the best one. This is the best one. And
It's
I was
good.
like, it's not the best one. I wish I loved it because everyone made such a deal. When I drank it, I was like, I rather my like fancy Matthew McConaughey one.
Yep.
So, and I felt bad because they're like, do you know how expensive the bottle is? I'm like, my taste buds don't care.
It's not great. Sally's got a quarter sister that loves Jack, and that one's fine.
There you go.
That's not the bottle that's going to get you. It's one of these ones. It's one of the Jack single barrels.
Okay.
Old number 7. No, it's a dare. It's a shot. You can't even make a cocktail. It's empty. Good luck. Yeah, there might be some smell to it.
Oh yeah, it's very empty. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But again, I have this little one. I've been
cute.
meaning to get one of the regular ones. They make a really nice single barrel rye apparently, and their single barrel select is out of this world fantastic.
Okay. So the only one I actually often have is the red. My brother-in-law has it. We get it for him for Christmas every year, and he makes us the whiskey sours with the red label.
Red, like Johnny Walker?
Yeah, Johnny Walker.
That's Scotch.
Oh. Okay.
Cool. We're laughing.
We're laughing, and also I told you I'm new to this whole game. Although I do like the bourbon the best.
It's sweeter, right? Like, it's mostly corn.
I don't know why. I think it's the smokiness I like the best out of it.
Okay.
And then, so we've done whiskey tastings where it's like, okay, we start with, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here, but like Scotch to whiskey to bourbon to rye.
Okay.
Rye's always last, but I've only had like the crappy Canadian ones, I guess.
They're not necessarily crappy.
Okay, sorry.
They're just
I don't mean to judge. We're listening. We're not judging.
Mixing. They're for mixing. They're for
yeah, okay. They're for like Coke and rye.
Yeah,
rye.
Those are remnants of Prohibition where people were really looking to get a drink, and that was what they could get. And it still has to be aged a little bit, but it's not going to have the same.
I'm not judging it.
Oh no, it's not going to have the same.
Well, yeah,
characteristics,
has, like,
right?
Some of the stuff. Okay.
So it's not going to have the same characteristics of a proper bourbon or a proper rye, right? Like we were talking about bottled and bond a minute ago, or at least I was. Again, it was a way. It was a way for governments and mostly the bourbon creators to crack down on moonshiners.
All right.
Right, and people are going blind. Right, like you're throwing.
So they had to
there was antifreeze in the wine, right? There's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What the hell is that supposed to say? Can't even read my own damn writing. That's fun. It was a way of just legislating a way into making things proper, right? So with bourbon, it's got to be at least 51% corn.
Okay.
It's got to be at least 4 years old. It's got to be aged in new oak barrels, fresh oak barrels. That was a barrel lobby thing. So bourbon barrels typically get sent overseas, and everything else gets aged in them, right? With rye, it was the same kind of thing. At least 51% rye, has to be American made. Bottled and bond means it has to be stored and aged in a government warehouse.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And it just means there's no shenaniganery going around. That's mainly the crux of it.
All right, so what's this one called?
This is an improved whiskey cocktail. If I can ever read my own writing down there, we're going to be laughing. Oh.
You just make a name up. No one will know.
Man, it's killing me. All right, improved whiskey cocktail. You're Portuguese. I'm Italian. I don't know how it goes for you. How are you doing with like fennel flavor?
You know what? I love it. I was just in Portugal, and you know what? I should have brought you that bottle just for fun.
Okay.
You guys have Zambuca.
Clearly.
And we have like I don't know what it's called, but we just call it like anise with the sugar thing.
Yeah.
I had it this summer. I'm like, first of all, childhood.
Ouzo, Buca, all that fun stuff.
So good.
You're still part of tomato Europe. You're not potato Europe.
That's what I'm always saying.
It's the only thing.
Europe is the way to go.
There we go.
Yeah. I love potatoes.
Potatoes good. Other side's Irish. I'm laughing on that front. We're good.
I say, it's Scottish. I'm not saying.
Same. Oh, happy.
Well, it's like the same as Johnny Walker's. Whatever we were talking about.
Johnny Walker is one of the oldest Scotch distilleries in the world. Some of the Johnny Walker is really, really good stuff. I've got this taster pack that I've been dying to get into. And
oh yeah, there's the blue label.
The blue label
what's double? Wow.
I have no idea. I assume it's double barreled. Like it's aged in multiple barrels. Either way. Ian was supposed to come by. We were supposed to try that 15 years ago when I got the thing.
So maybe one day?
One of these days, yeah. We got into a different Scotch night once, and it was a long night. was scotch and cookies. We started off with
Oh.
mules. It was weird. We had a good time. It was a fun time. All right. Quarter ounce. Oh, that looks like an M. Why would it say an M? Don't remember what's in that. We're going to start off with the simple syrup anyway. We need the quarter ounce. Quarter ounce simple.
So, what is your ideal situation with this? Do you want to get sponsored by like a company? Mans, hello, we're here. We're
Hey.
looking at you, Mans.
I love free stuff. So
Yeah.
I am for sale. But I'm also I just like doing
Do
this
it
for
for
fun,
fun,
right?
yeah.
Anytime I've had anyone else on the show, like Ian was on a while back, the channel.
No,
whatever.
it's a show.
Sure, totally it is.
I like it.
I'm down with it. I have fun. I do it for me mostly. It's mostly for fun. Yeah. I had Ian on once and said, "Hey, say hi." There's tens of people watching. So
Well, what amazes me about you is how you can talk by yourself to just like a camera.
I've been talking
I'm
to
like,
myself for
how
years. No one
Does he
listens.
do that so smoothly? Like that would be really hard.
It's all one
So-
take too. It's really fun. This
Yeah,
way.
hey, that's the way to go.
I would love to have someone to bounce these ideas
Well,
off.
let
So
me
if you
know.
want to come by,
Yes.
I'm in. You can totally have a few drinks on this one. Oh, what did it take? That's what it was. Start with an M. Maraschino. Maraschino liqueur. You said you don't like cherries.
Yes.
It's not cherry.
Okay.
It's
I'll
cherry
try it, I'll
pit.
try it.
So have a little sniffle.
Oh yeah, it's
Right?
not bad.
It's
bad.
not-
I'm
it's
gonna
not
say-
cherry.
yeah, actually, maybe I even like it.
It's very herbal. So to say you like it it might be a touch early.
Okay.
I like it, but I'm a little weird that way.
All right.
I like it. It's very fun. It's very herbal, but I like that sort of stuff. Like I love an Amaro. I love chartreuse, even though I can't find it anymore because the monks stopped making monks.
Mm.
A little bit of absinthe. So we're gonna go there. Quarter inch. 2 dashes of bitter. So we're gonna go with Ango. I love that stuff. Like honestly, just bitters on their own, very tasty. Throw some on some ice cream. I'm laughing.
Oh really?
Love it. Go that way. This one's a little bit more like a Sazerac. It's kind of on the way there. I'm going to throw some hand flavored ice in.
All right.
Chose the best
split this
ice.
with me. I can give you a empty glass.
You don't have to have all of it. It's fine. I don't always finish these drinks. My mother
You
thinks I
don't?
do. I don't always
You're
finish
such
the
a
drinks.
crafter.
Sometimes they're down.
Well, the ones that
Uh,
are gross, you don't finish, obviously.
Do you like absinthe?
I don't know if I've ever had it to tell you. the
Have a
truth.
little dash in your hand.
Like
Yeah, it's just a little
like
dash.
a salt.
There you go.
Oh,
It's very
yeah.
much like Boca.
Oh yeah, it's very sambuca-y. I love
Put a
it.
nice little dash in there. This is an improved whiskey cocktail. So this is the step up. This is the bartender going, I can do better than old fashioned.
Okay.
I can mess with
I
that.
like the bartender who tries things.
Give
As
that a
long as
nice
it's
little
not-
stir.
What did you call the fake whiskey sours you were talking about?
Out of a plastic jug, we're laughing a little bit. They're electric lemonade, more or less, right?
Yeah, I
Sour mix.
honestly thought when they gave it to me it was Mountain Dew.
We went to
It was sour.
we went axe throwing last year for our Christmas party. I took the guys axe throwing, and we ended up down at Sharky's up the way.
Yeah.
And one of my guys was ordering whiskey sours,
Oh.
and they came back looking
Sharky's.
like Gatorade.
Well,
What-
I'm
what
sorry.
the hell
If
are
you're
you
going to
doing?
Sharky's and ordering whiskey sour, like, well,
He's a
you
good dude,
you
but
get what you ask for certain times.
he's a good dude, but he was asking for the wrong thing where he was at. He loved it, man. So we were having a good time. 20 of those later, he was having a real good time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Same thing. We're going to garnish with an orange peel. In the drink it goes.
Thank you.
That's an improved whiskey cocktail.
I like the smell.
The lemon is right there. It's going to punch you in the fudge.
Crunchy, but
It's there.
it's really good.
It's really
So
there.
what would I order if I wanted this?
That's an improved
It's,
whiskey cocktail.
that's what it's just called.
Literally
You're
just
not,
called that.
Not unable to read your. It's just improved.
I really couldn't figure out that I wrote Mara instead of maraschino
Okay.
because smart and did that half an hour ago.
Smells like something though. Like Starburst.
A little bit. It's probably mostly the lemon. Again,
Mm,
little
I don't
spritz
know,
of lemon
something
oil
from,
over
like-
it, and then rim.
Yeah,
Just
being
get
a
the nose
kid.
on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Thoughts?
So are you like the fun host?
I try to
Because
be.
you know so much.
I try to be.
Well, you are to me. You're the funnest host.
I does what I can for you, Sherri.
This is my favorite podcast I've ever done. So.
Yay! I win!
Usually I'm in my office. It's not as fun. So Mhm.
I think
That's amazing, and I actually would ask for that. Yeah, that's really
so. That if you like that, you'd love a Sazerac too. I don't have all the stuff handy for a Sazerac, or at least I don't have it written down over there.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like Googling right this second.
That's fine.
But we're right there.
Sweet.
Oh, what else do we need? What else do we have?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
All right. I've got one cup ready.
Okay, so when it comes to your YouTube channel,
Yes.
do you love the shorts? Like, what are you seeing more success on? Your long form, your shorts? Like, I personally started watching you because I saw a short, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like whiskey, and it's like a perfect niche.
So I do the shorts to throw people to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened to me.
Right, and I just kind of assumed that was how it was supposed to be. Right, I don't really know.
That is how it's supposed to be. Good job.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just kind of figured if I wasn't doing it, it feels like wasted time. And plus, most of my drinks were taking about a minute anyway. So even if I was just doing a quick drink, I could make that happen.
Yeah.
I could bring the doggies into it and bring the cat into it sometimes. They're potato snoozing over there. Timbit somewhere.
The other one left.
He left?
I didn't.
No, he's probably in the bed over there.
Okay. He wasn't a big fan of me.
Oh, he is. He just wants attention.
I don't know. Potato seemed to like me more.
She was just excited, which is weird because normally she trembles. I assume the whole reason you wanted to come on the show was because you wanted to meet the dogs. So we've got one more we're gonna do because I've got one glass left. I could make one more over there too, but it's a little bit stuffy.
Ooh, that's really sweet, actually.
Yeah.
Like to keep drinking, it's really sweet.
It gets. Well, we're not scared of germs because the alcohol's gonna kill it.
And also, you've been touching everything the whole time, so I'm not scared of germs.
Yep, that's
delicious. After a while, but
a lot of that is the maraschino coming through too. Again, it's a little bit of a sweeter herbal liqueur. It's not so much like a.
And you get that from the LCBO too, or?
Oh yeah. It's just
sweet.
maraschino. You have to be able to. It's not at every one. You have to find it sometimes. I picked that one up in Hamilton on the way to a Tycat game once.
Because for my Christmas, I'm in charge of drinks and fun. So, what is that?
Chartreuse.
Oh, okay.
This is the stuff.
Minty?
No. Well, I mean a little bit.
Okay.
It reminds me of Jello.
Jello.
I love the stuff. You can't really get it anymore.
No, we'll see what happens. That was good.
Have a little taste of that.
Oh, just by itself. So this is a what?
This is just a very herbal liqueur. This one's made by monks. There's less and less monks, so they're making less and less of it. I love the stuff. It's packs of fun.
It's like clearing everything. Right? Here, finish that.
Down.
Wow. Oh, that reminds me of some weird, like, because I love to be like natural and with my little weird things.
It reminds me of like green jujubes, kind of, but like spicy.
Yeah. Spicy jujubes.
That's the way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. All right. Last one. Last one.
Unless you want another one, in which case we've got one more lined up. All right. Last one for now. We'll see. We've got one more lined up. It's a little French. I don't know if I can say it. I might need your help on this one.
Yeah.
Last one for now is a revolver.
Revolver. It's easy to say.
It's nice and easy. Well, this one is. The next one's not so much. The next one's French. Revolver. This is a very common cocktail. I love it to death. This is going to be a little bit of an improved cocktail, and we're going to smoke it. First off, we need bourbon, but it's a revolver. What goes in a gun?
Smoke.
A bullet. A bullet goes in the revolver.
Okay, you're right. Bullet again. Okay.
Sherry, come on.
No, I'm a Canadian. I've never touched a gun, but next Wednesday I will be.
Hey!
For my office Christmas party.
Where are you going?
Urban Tactical.
I love that place. We had a great time there.
Oh, I've never, but bucket list is to shoot a gun. So
they
have like big
I've done both.
too.
Urban Tactical was real fun. Also went to Triggers and Bows.
It's just so out there, and
they're both about the same out there.
Well, from my office,
they're both kind of a pain in the ass to get to.
Yeah, worth it.
So 2 ounces of bourbon. I prefer bullet in it. It's supposed to be bullet. It was made with bullet because again, a bullet goes in the revolver. We then need 1 part coffee liqueur.
Ooh.
Which we have here. I'm out of stuff from Man's, even though it's delicious.
I love that stuff.
It's a little bit chocolatey. I love it. It's fantastic. We're not going to get all held up about it. So 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce chocolate liqueur. I was making these at a Christmas party a while back, and everyone else was sucking on their craft beer.
I love beer.
I love beer too, but they were all drinking their super IPAs, and they were all, but what are you drinking? Revolver. Want to try it? Yeah. Well, that's really good. Can I have one? And that's how that'd go down.
There you
All right, I need a little bit of orange liqueur.
So you have like some cocktails memorized, so you can like
Yes.
pull it out at parties and stuff.
Oh,
So
totally.
like you can make people mad.
This one, I was specifically, I wanted a couple of revolvers. I didn't really want to be drinking.
Yeah.
So I just threw a couple bottles and well, my stupid spritz bottle and a bunch of other stuff in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of triple sec. It's supposed to be about 1 part. It's an improved revolver, so we're gonna do it this way either way. 2 dashes of orange bitters. We're gonna go ahead and put some ice in there. A little bit of hand flavored ice. Different spoon because it's a different vibe. Stir that around. Okay, strainer. Definitely around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We're using this one.
Okay, so when it comes to your job, what would, and well, no, I shouldn't say your job per se. What's your career bucket list? Like if you could do anything and anything.
My career bucket list is to do as little as possible.
Okay.
I would love to do it, not that
I
much.
mean, like this is a Wednesday and you're doing this, so.
I am. I get a little bit of freedom that way. I am
Yeah.
self-employed, so it kind of happens that way.
Self-employed is the way to go if you want freedom.
I had a buddy who described it to me one time. I would love to be able to show up in work boots. Everyone knows exactly that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But not have to take my watch off. And I thought that's a great way to live. So Clint, good job on that one, bud. I'm gonna smoke this one too. A little bit of a smoked revolver. You go down to Mann's, they've got these in an oak barrel, so they're aging them as they go. Pop this over with Magda for a minute. Oh, she hot. Right on the side. Very smart. Doing smart things. Got the smoke. Gonna get you an ice ball. That's a revolver. Smoking gun.
Oh yeah, I like the name. But you can't smell it because all you smell is the smoke.
A little bit of orange peel can go in there as well. Again, it's mostly just a garnish.
Too.
Yeah.
Very similar to like an old fashioned.
It is. It is a little bit. There's a lot of them that just kind of follow that trend, right? Mm-hmm. Where you're using, say, a liqueur as the sugar.
Okay.
So like one of my favorite videos I made, it was my niece was getting baptized. I was the godfather, and I thought, I'm on the way out.
Go on.
I'm making a godfather cocktail on the way out.
Okay.
So it's scotch, it's blended scotch, yeah. And amaretto.
You know what? I like that too. So I could go to a regular bar and say, give me a revolver.
That's the one. These are all very standard. Well, less so with the improved whiskey cocktail because you kind of need a couple of things that might not be at every bar. If it's a cocktail bar, they will 100% know. Most of these, an old fashioned, you take your chances on what you're going to get. Whiskey sour, you might take your chances on what you're going to get. If you go to the keg, you're
well,
going to
now I ask, is it made with egg? If it's not, then I'm like, okay, you're a fake Mountain Dew or whatever you call
Technically, it does. A whiskey sour doesn't have egg.
Really?
That's a Boston.
Oh my gosh.
That's a Boston sour.
Oh, I like the Boston sour then.
You do.
Oh, that's my video. The first video I saw. You were talking about Boston sours or something like that because it wasn't a normal whiskey sour. You changed it.
I made about 4 or 5 whiskey sours in that video, I think. And my favorite one was the one that didn't even have any damn lemon in it. It was the grapefruit one. It was fantastic.
Oh, grapefruit.
It was amazing. And then I made a bunch for my neighbor, and it affected her meds. Because grapefruit. Can do that kind of shit.
That's hilarious. Okay. Well, thanks for having me on the show.
No worries.
It was delicious.
I'm going to pour a little bit of whiskey for myself. Yeah. Again, it's still whiskey.
Well, do you want any of the drinks over there?
You know what?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
This is the good one.
The good one?
You know what?
Narrow it down.
You know what? The improved.
That's the improved?
Yeah. Which, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
What was your favorite on the day?
I want to say improved, but I'm really liking this.
If you're in a coffee mood, it's a fantastic way to go. It's a great party drink.
Because I love coffee.
There's usually Kahlua around. You don't necessarily need the orange liqueur in there, but the orange bitters are a pretty standard bar staple.
Yeah.
It's a good way to go. And even if it's just the bourbon and coffee, it's a good mix.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of things like, I don't know if it's Coke trying to do this, but they're adding Coke to like espresso and red wine and whatever. And I'm just like, stop, because I like Coke.
I did that years ago.
Okay.
Because I'm a stupid Leafs fan.
Oh.
So I remember it was in the playoffs, and Darcy Tucker was on the team. And I remember reading an article going, how do you get so amped up? Why do you look all the time?
Coffee and Coke?
he'd drink coffee and Coke before a game, and I tried it, and I was
gosh.
like, "This is insane! I love it."
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that.
It's
Like, I
delicious!
have to like speak to people. I'm like, shoot.
Oh, I was 16 years old, going, "Let's go!"
That's funny. All right, so what's your favorite of the 4 you served?
Of the 4 I served, I got to hold out for my own. The French toast is the way to go for me. This is
You know what? That was really
delicious.
good too, man.
This
That
is
was really good
delicious.
too.
I love it. I love the herbal liqueur in there.
Mhm.
It goes so hard with me. It really depends on what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
always
such a lame answer, man.
it is. It's
such
so
a lame
is,
answer.
but it's the best
Just tell me
answer.
what you want.
It's the best answer though, because I got to be in the right mood for it.
I know. Yeah.
Because I can dummy 25 of those. I can't do that. That'd be silly. But exaggerating wise, probably once or twice. I can have a bunch of those, or I
Yeah.
can not be in the mood to have one at all.
Yeah, touche. Yeah.
It's very much what I'm in the mood for. The best drink is what you're in the mood for.
You know what? That's good.
And the hardest, that's been one of the hardest things I've had to do is not shit on other people's good times.
Yeah.
I don't want to
You know
yuck someone
what?
else's young, right? Like,
That's how I feel about IPA drinkers. If I'm just going to call people out.
oh no, I will on that.
Yeah.
Unless
It's like,
you're
dude,
doing
let
this
me
for a
enjoy
dare
my
at this point.
Lager.
This is
let me just enjoy my life here.
Scottish
okay?
cuisine, man. You're having haggis. This was all based on a dare. Nothing is this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
No. It's good because it's chewy. No, why? Why is there? What?
You don't like haggis?
Oh no, the cloudy IPAs and stuff. Oh boy,
It's too much.
I used to hang out with Buddy that owned the one of the breweries in town, and I kept going, why don't you have something that's accessible so that people can bring their buddies?
Well, their dad. Okay, so for me, I love craft beer. And
I don't mind craft beer,
I'm a lager,
but I do not like hops.
I don't love
I
hops.
hate hops.
The IPAs, like,
oh man,
it's been like, I don't know,
It's too
10
much for
years,
me.
and I'm still like, oh, if I get it mixed up. But
it gives you that bad white wine feeling right back here.
yeah, it's brutal. So yeah,
Kill
and
it.
they're also snobby. Like,
Oh,
they're
totally.
like black coffee drinkers.
They're
Little bastards.
And that's
I'm a black coffee drinker.
full circle.
You
That's
know?
that's what I'm trying not to do with this, right?
Yes.
So I was it was the ball playoffs last year, and one of the guys was like, "Espo, you like whiskey? Why don't you try this?" And it was the Gretzky rye. I was like, "Yeah, it's not my favorite. Actually,
Yeah,
it's got good
I mean, I
qualities,
love it
though.
because he's Brantford. So
It drinks like it's Niagara stuff, man. He's just
no,
slapping his
he's
name on.
Brantford.
Oh,
he's Brantford.
he lost his-
anything.
He lost his
didn't.
Brantford tag in '93. Thanks.
Oh,
Good
please.
talk.
No, he didn't.
Good talk.
We gotta support local.
Go Leafs, go.
Okay.
Dead to me, Gretzky. You heard it.
Yeah, and you like the CFL versus the NFL?
I grew up with CFL. I prefer it. I have a rooting interest. I will
don't
watch
get that.
any football you give me.
Including NFL then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so are you for the Bills?
I've got a bunch of teams I like, a bunch of teams I don't like,
Okay, who do you
and
like?
a bunch
Who
of
do you
teams
like?
I'll cheer for if they're playing the Patriots.
Same here. Okay, so who do you like?
I enjoy watching the Bills. I really enjoy watching
I love
the
Bills.
Lions this year, too.
The Lions
They are
doing
fantastic.
awesome.
I love watching good football. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah. But okay, so I went to a CFL game the other day.
Okay.
I'm an NFL girl. I
Okay.
love the Bills. I like the Chiefs before Taylor Swift friggin' white girled it. Ah, so annoying.
I don't believe her.
Believe me, please. I'm legit. And then I went to a Tiger Cat game,
Okay.
and I was like, wait, there's 3 downs?
Yep.
It's very confusing.
Okay, so we'll go to a game.
It was
I turned my
so
non-sports liking
confusing.
girlfriend into a full-on football fan.
5-pack girl. Okay.
Full-on, no, she'll record every game kind of fan.
Yeah,
Not just our team, just
any football.
she will record
Okay, I like
and
it.
watch for later. So if you're down,
All right, we'll
we'll
go.
grab a game.
Yeah, next season.
Deal.
So, all right. Well,
Season
cheers.
ticket holder,
Thanks for having
117.
me.
No worries. Thanks for coming by. What?
problem.
Any questions while you're here?
Just so when it comes to digital marketing,
Sure.
you said you don't really like have an end goal, but you like free stuff. Are you just
Love
so
free
you're
stuff.
purely doing it for fun? But maybe something could happen.
Totally.
With like Jim Beam or turkey or I don't know, bullet or
Love for
Jack
that. That'd be
Daniels.
fantastic.
Okay.
I feel like I'd have to learn how to be better.
Do you
but
think
yeah.
you would be like honest? If so, say Johnny Walker was like, "Yo, here's some money, do your thing." Do you think you would have to kind of be like, "Yeah, Johnny Walker's so good," even though you're like, "No, I like the fancy."
It's the wrong
bullshit
answer.
Bible.
It's the wrong answer for me because I like Johnny Walker. I appreciate the
so
hell
you're
out of
already
Johnny
sold
Walker.
out. Just checking.
Totally. No, I appreciate what Johnny Walker. I've got a video about it actually. I appreciate what Johnny Walker does. Johnny Red, perfectly cromulent whiskey.
Yeah, it's my
Is the
favorite
best
one.
way I can put it.
Yep.
It's 100% not my favorite one, but I will 100% pour it for
Well,
myself.
favorite one of Johnny Walker.
Yeah. Well,
What do you like?
You got to get up into the blues and the blacks and the
I
greens.
tried the blues. That's what I'm saying. The blue
didn't like
is
the blue?
horrible. No, horrible.
I thought you said no.
No, that's exactly what I said. I said
That was
no,
Jack Daniels. You said.
No, John. Oh,
Was it
sorry.
Johnny?
I said Johnny. I said Jack, but I should have said Johnny Walker.
Oh, we were talking about so many different things. Okay.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
Too
Cool.
much. I usually don't drink on a Wednesday.
Fair enough.
But
Those
yeah,
are very different.
They're very different, and now you have me doubting. I'm gonna have to ask my
Because
whiskey tasting guy.
it would make sense if you didn't like the Jack.
Okay, wait. How expensive is the Jack Blue?
The Jack Blue, not that bad, whereas Johnny Blue is like $3.
Okay, so it's the Johnny Blue.
Okay, so you didn't love that. And
I
again,
hated.
it's not for everyone, right? Like
It's not. Horrible.
It's very much not for everyone.
I wanted to love it. I wanted to.
That's how I used to feel about was it this one? Larceny? I want to love it. It's such a cool bottle. It's got the key. It's got such a cool story. I couldn't stand it for the longest time. I've gotten into it a little bit since. I've given it a bit of a go.
Okay, I have a question. What's something you'll never touch? Like someone's like, hey, can I make you a drink? And then you see they have whatever and you're like, oh, I'll stick with the beer, thanks.
Oh, there's so many. I'm not a huge vodka guy that way, but I will have a vodka drink.
Yeah.
Making stupid drink videos has got me onto so many more things that I thought I would always hate, right?
Okay, yeah.
I've got one for you. I hate a Manhattan.
Manhattan. What's that?
It's essentially an old fashioned with vermouth.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I hate vermouth.
I don't like
it. Kills me.
Yeah.
Kills me. I've tried. Did an entire video on let's find a Manhattan that I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
Nah, I was dying the entire time. There is a Manhattan I like, but it's not even a little bit of a Manhattan. It's a rye. It's a black Manhattan. So it's rye and Amaro. It's a rye and just vermouth. And the Amaro kind of cancels out the vermouth a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? Do one of those right quick.
Going off camera. Let's see what's going on.
Do one of those right quick. Do it in the shaker.
I'll try it, but I have to say a Manhattan's not my favorite either.
It is very much not my favorite. We're going to try it. This is very much not a regular Manhattan. So we're going to go with rye.
So I'm not like a hard whiskey, as much as you might wonder if I'm a liar. I'm not. I love a wine. I love red wine specifically. I really like beer. The whiskey, I love. Anything else? Not really.
So that was
a bourbon. I specifically.
That was part of why I got into making cocktails in the first place, was to make it so I wasn't just mindlessly crushing beers.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was my COVID thing for it. I was trying not to just be, we're mowing the lawn. Oh, I'm vacuuming the house.
Wait, you mow the lawn and then have a whiskey?
No, that's what I mean. Like, I wasn't just mindlessly having beers.
Okay.
So if I'm having a drink, I want to actively want that drink, right? We're going to shake this one. I don't think it's actually a shaken one, but we're going to find out. Okay. A little bit of Amaro.
Which
1
is
ounce.
what?
This is a very Italian herbal liqueur. Give you a sniff of this too. Delicious. I enjoy the hell out of it. Grab where the hell did that
I like it. Fresh.
No vermouth. Interesting. I think I messed up on what I was thinking. We're going to put a little in anyway. Why not?
Yeah, let me try. Let me smell that too.
So vermouth is like a fortified wine. We're going to put a 1/4 ounce in it.
Okay.
I don't mind vermouth on its own. I hate it when it touches a bourbon or a rye.
I'm not a fortified wine person. Port wine, I wish I could be, because I feel like my heritage.
You got some heritage there that's called, yeah.
I know.
I know the feeling.
I feel like I'm sorry, I'm Canadian there.
I know the feeling. I do the same thing with Tim Hortons.
Oh.
I don't like Tim Hortons.
No one likes
Canadian.
Tim Hortons. It's just handy.
Bad Canadian.
No one's like, I need a good cup of coffee. I'm going to Tim Hortons. It's like, I'm on the way to work. I need a coffee.
1 dash of chocolate bitters.
Ooh, changing it up.
Again, another one from my cousin Jeff. Thanks. That was Surviving the In-Laws came with that.
Bold move on YouTube. I like it.
That was what he named the cocktail. It was chocolate milk. So he got me a thing of chocolate milk. He got a thing of scratch and sniff peppermint vodka. This is not the same bottle. I've gotten several since.
You literally? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow.
Best thing for hot chocolate, by the way. Best thing to put in your hot chocolate. Probably had a topper here. is a stir drink, but we ran out of stirring cups, so
Yeah.
we're doing it this way.
Are you gonna pour in this bad boy? Oh, fancy indeed.
We are fancy.
We are fancy here.
It really should be served up.
Some
Probably
hand
should
flavored
be.
ice.
Probably should be served in a martini glass, but I don't really have any of those down here. Strain that in.
I don't know, man. Even the color looks.
That's just the Amaro. You're gonna be
Holy.
fine. You're gonna be fine. Let's have a little try on this. Here, I'll
So this
I'll be the guinea pig for you.
Yeah. Manhattan. Classic Manhattan.
No, this is a black Manhattan.
Oh.
That's fantastic. Tastes nothing like a Manhattan.
Mm-hmm. It's not great,
Okay.
but it's not horrible.
I enjoy it.
Manhattan.
I can't do a Manhattan. Manhattan, it's very classic. It's 2-1-2. It's two parts rye, typically. 1 part
And you know how I feel about
sweet
rye.
vermouth. 1 part sweet vermouth. It's mainly just to cut through. You can use bourbon if you want, and then 2 dashes of bitters. So it's 2-1-2. That's the area code for Manhattan too.
Okay.
That's
Cute.
a nice, easy way of doing it. Originally, it was a thing for Churchill's mom. Someone made it that way. Good to know.
Well, cheers to that. Just enjoy.
Do what I can.
Yeah.
So again,
Good.
best drink on the day.
I'm torn because like I really like the improved whiskey drink.
Okay.
No, it's
Cocktail.
not the name. Cocktail. Improved cocktail, but I love the syrup.
Okay.
So I was coming in thinking, no, old fashioned. I love old fashions.
They're all
Nothing
like
can make,
derivations of an
but
old
they
fashioned.
really are. They all taste, but just better. I hate to say it. So
It's improved. It's messed around with, right? It's the way to go with it.
The bullet.
The bullet, that was the revolver.
You know what?
Yeah.
Revolver. Sorry.
The revolver
yes.
was the way to go. It's
You know
again,
what?
it's another kind of a
Might
take
be
on
my
it.
favorite.
It's a classic cocktail. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. Again, went down, had some at Man's, and that was what turned me onto it. So
Okay.
been making them ever since. They're delicious. It's a great house party drink.
And yeah, basically you have all the ingredients.
I have a lot of
I don't
things.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like if people don't have this,
It doesn't need to be bullet bourbon. It can be anything.
It
It's
could be
just
Maker's
that's what it's
Mark.
supposed to be.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
That was what it was
So-
made.
specifically.
It was made with that in mind.
Yeah.
Right. And
Love
it
it.
was also a little bit of play on words that way.
Yeah, that's cute. And the smoke, I love a
Smoke
smoke
helps.
drink. I love a smoke drink.
Smoke's part of the theater that
So-
way. There's
Yeah.
there's a place in Hamilton that does some great ones. What the hell's it called? I always call it the wrong thing. Rapscallion. That's the one.
Oh.
Have you been? It's a lot of share
No, I've
plates.
heard so much about it.
It's fantastic. A lot of share plates. Tables are tiny. Bathrooms are awful. But it's downtown Hamilton. It is what it is.
So
Fantastic
have you
place.
been to the Gaslight District in Cambridge?
I don't know that I have.
Okay, you have to. I'm telling you, the Underwing, it's cool. It's good. First of all, it's
Make
good.
a note for me, somebody.
Somebody tag him. Underwing, tag him. Promote him. Whatever. And they have like, first of all, good liqueur.
Yep.
Good liquor. And good, like the smoke, the just all the stuff. You know, like when you go to a place and it's like, okay, that's not a real, like you're missing this or that, or like when you know drinks and then you get served like a half-ass drink, it sucks.
I choose to appreciate the places that have really good places as opposed to, or have really good things as opposed to knock on the ones that don't. So
Okay.
places
So
local,
anyway,
like
Underwing is
Underwing sounds fantastic.
good. Like, and
Is it a restaurant too, or is
it's
it
a
just
restaurant too, and the food is like good too.
I'm down.
But their drinks are really, really cool. Just high end, cool, smoky. I don't know what to say. I love it.
I'm down. Have you been down to Paris Inn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just had a beer there though.
Great
I didn't
cocktails.
have it. Did they? Okay,
Their
because I
cocktail menu
totally
is
judged.
fantastic.
I was like, nah, I'll stick to a
Their
beer.
cocktail menu is
Okay.
fantastic.
First of all, I love
Oh my God.
Coke and pizza. I really, even with beer,
I
I'm
get
like,
it.
I just love a nice Coke.
I've
with
got a
pizza.
Halloween tradition that way.
Okay.
I don't drink pop anymore, but if it's Halloween and I've got Pizza Hut in front of me because it's Halloween, you need Pizza Hut. I need a Pepsi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a Pepsi person.
Oh, yeah, with Pizza Hut.
Yeah. So otherwise, no, because I didn't assume, like when I looked around the place, I very much judged it. I was like, they're not going to serve a good cocktail. I will stick with the Coke.
It is a
Thank you.
fun bunch of cocktails.
Okay. I'm actually heading there next week, so
Nice. Oh, totally. Have you tried the beef dip pizza?
no. What is it?
It's a beef dip pizza. It's
Yum.
got a horseradish beige, shaved beef on top, and they give you the little au jus to dip into.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
it's so good.
Sweet.
So good. That and the hey cat, what's up? It's that and the fungi pizza.
Oh, mushrooms.
Those are my two favorite ones. The pepperoni was good, but it was underwhelming for me.
I love margarita pizza.
Okay.
That's like if I'm
Again,
going to a nice fancy place.
The dough was fantastic. I had no
The
idea it was a
dough's
pizza
good.
place for years.
Well,
because I'd seen it.
It just reopened recently.
Yeah, well, but I'd seen it, and I had no idea until a buddy brought me there in the summer.
Yeah.
It's an awesome place.
All right, so if you want a cocktail, where are you heading?
Where am I heading? If I want a cocktail, I'm probably heading downstairs.
No, not downstairs. No, like if they're like, hey, meet us, blah blah, or like name the place we're gonna meet you.
Honestly, any of the places in town are great.
I know. I love Man's.
Paris Inn is fantastic. Man's is lovely. I love the spot there. It's a great atmosphere if you want to go and chill out. Sociable's fine.
Although they got rid of my favorite.
I don't know if
basil,
I love Social.
I think it was like a basil or rosemary margarita.
It's just beer town.
I know.
It's fine. I don't know. It's okay.
They do that. They actually have oranges, which like a lot of bars don't.
Cat.
They have
Mirror.
things.
It's Cat's involved.
Cat is very loud.
She's doing things. She's needy. Yeah. Probably Man's. Probably going down to Man's. I know they've got a really nice cocktail selection. I know they'll make things that aren't on the menu for me. They made me and my buddy Alex, who you know.
Yeah.
We went and he was like, I love this drink. It's called, I forget what it's got this in it. And I was like, none of this sounds right. It starts with this. I was like, okay, this. Oh, wait, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it starts with an S. I was like, is it a fucking Sazerac? Yeah, it's that. I had one in China.
Okay, next time we do this, we're going to invite Alex to the show.
If he's in country, we will.
If he's in country, yeah. He's really hard. I saw his mom the other day.
I just talked to him the other day, too. We were chatting from China.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, from wherever he is.
I mean,
definitely not telling.
Just anywhere. No communist country per se.
He could be anywhere.
He literally actually could be.
He's Carmen Sandiego. It's what happens. He's a jet
really
setter.
hard to pin down. I remember him and his wife right before COVID started. It might have been March, and they came over. She's like, I was in Wuhan, and some people were sick, and I was like, cool. And then all of a sudden,
good talk.
No, okay.
Such a weird. I love that guy, but he's such a weird dude.
He's interesting. Like he has a really interesting life. Like,
he does.
I've known him for a lot of years. And I'm like, you're funny.
Yeah.
Like,
and
his wife is like amazing. Have you met her? When she
No, I haven't. I haven't met. She hasn't been down since. Well, at least I don't think so. Since I've known him. So we
she can only get away. She's a lawyer, so she's like really smart.
Yeah. He does a bunch of stuff too, man. He thinks on a different level. He's a good dude. He's a weird dude, but he's a good dude. Awesome. Every time I introduce him to people, and it's just so that guy. What's his fucking deal?
Yeah, I love him. And his brother. Do you know Andrew then?
Yep.
Okay. We're just naming names at this point.
Yeah, we're Brantford name dropping, Brant County name dropping.
Brant County,
it's weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, he shows up and he looks like the skinny jeans and a scarf, and he looks like he's about to go berate someone about how the wine is, and then he gets in a forklift for a minute.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Why are you in a backhoe? This is weird. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, your dog's in there too. That's cool.
Yep, I love them. All right.
It's good times. All right. I think.
How do you close out your show?
I don't know.
Okay. It's been an hour. Thank you guys.
It's been a solid hour. This has been a thing. We've made some drinks.
I loved it. You know what?
It's been whiskey.
Fun. Like
it's
I
been
said,
Wednesday.
My best podcast ever.
Cool. I'm glad you had fun. I'd love to have you back. It's fantastic.
I will come back, for sure.
Cool.
Next time, though, I'm going to mix the drinks.
You're going to mix the drinks?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll get some recipes. Sours. It's going to be all sours.
Oh, so we're doing a Saturday is what I'm hearing.
Is that what we do? Sour Saturdays?
No, sipping Saturdays. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be whiskey.
Okay. Well, and then what? You have like a non-alcoholic one, right? Or you did?
I've got a couple lined up, actually. I've got a couple lined up from Wild Muskoka. So these guys met them down at the Royal Winter Fair. We've been trying to close this off for like the last 20 minutes. It's been hilarious. It's
the Italian and Portuguese goodbye.
The 5-hour goodbye. It's fantastic. We got to double cheek this thing. It's going to be fantastic. So I got a couple of mocktails from them. I've got a couple other mocktails lined up. I typically do that in January. I'll do a mocktail Monday.
Okay, what do you think about mocktails? Because I was saying to my friends, I'm like, listen, mocktails are the future of business, kind of. Because I find a lot of people. Okay, so Tom Holland, you see all these actors and actresses being like, I'm sober. And I'm like, okay, you guys are making it cool, whereas we didn't have anybody who was sober in our generation.
We did though. We had the punk rockers eventually that just decided. Yeah, there was a ton. There were like the straight edge crap.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
I do
They didn't do
remember that.
anything.
They
They
didn't do
drank
anything.
water, and they were
Very
annoying.
strange.
And
And also they had the X.
they had that X because they didn't drink,
Yeah,
and they were
okay.
super cool about it.
Yeah.
You remember that in the 90s
Okay,
now.
touche. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
We did have that because there was a lot of like lead singers of things that just that were actually taking care of their voices.
Yeah.
And they
Switch
weren't annoying about it. And they were just like, no, I just don't drink because I got to go scream for an hour and a half later.
Yeah. Like who?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, there's been tons.
Interesting.
And usually they'd put up a persona that they would party.
Yeah. I'm thinking like something corporate or like Alexis on Fire. I have no idea.
I feel like that. Yeah, Dallas Green probably falls in that range a little bit. Wasn't a huge Dallas Green guy.
No,
I am more now, actually.
Like his folk stuff.
Honestly, I think it was mostly just my brother liked him, and my brother ruined a lot of stuff for me.
Yes, that's how I feel about something. No, not something corporate.
That's how I feel about Napoleon Dynamite.
I hate Napoleon.
Yeah,
Dynamite.
I do too. Why? Because I've got a younger brother who like screamed, "Give me your tots!" all the time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to punch him.
The stupid dance thing. It's like, okay, it's not
this isn't
fun.
for me.
Yeah.
And I'll watch it now and be like, I wish I could like this. This is kind of funny. I'm still angry. Stupid 12-year-old brother.
We have issues, which is why we drink.
I don't actually drink that much. I try not to. Despite the 15 drinks we've had today.
Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. No.
I try not to drink that much anymore. So
yeah, same here.
Mom, we didn't finish all these. I know you don't watch anymore.
We didn't. There's off screen.
It's green screen droppings. We've been fake sipping.
The cat has been going to town.
There she goes.
All right. So how do you close this out?
How do I close this out?
You don't have like a saying? You don't have the thing?
I kind of do. Well, that was Whiskey Wednesday. This Sherri, Purple Bean Media.
Yep.
Still Expo. We had several others. It's been awesome. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate the hell out of you. It's been an hour and 6 minutes. Good Lord. There's not a lot of you here.
Do you think people are watching at this point?
I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch 25 times and it's going to count for one.
Me too. Okay. I'll get my workers to watch.
Yes. Let's do. Pump that Corsi.
All right.
Anyway,
cheers.
Thanks for coming by. If it's your first time by, welcome. If it's not your first time by, welcome back. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe and whatever she does. Cheers.
Cheers.